Good morning students, Namaskar. In the previous class we have discussed about sexual reproduction in flowering plants. We will continue with that part with certain more pictures. So, if you have not understood, please pay attention. If you want me to revise, I will revise again. Just let us move on to the next slide. In the previous class we have discussed about pollination. Now, let us talk about the definition of fertilization. The fusion of male and female gametes is called fertilization. The product of fertilization is called zygote. As you all know, this zygote undergoes several rounds of mitosis and develops into an embryo. Subsequently, the embryo develops into a new individual. Now, fertilization in flowering plant. After landing at the stigmas, as you know, pollen pistil interaction takes place. Pistil here is going to check whether the pollen grain is of the same species or not. If it is of the same species, then only it is going to provide sucrose. Pollen grains absorb moisture and germinate. A pollen grain develops a pollen tube which penetrates through the tissue of the style and reaches the ovule. Pollen nuclei, as you know, how many? 2 are transferred through the pollen tube. After fertilization, zygote is formed which finally develops into the embryo. As you know, double fertilization takes place. One is going to fuse with the polar nuclei, other is going to fuse with the female germ cell. We have discussed. Let us see now what will happen after fertilization. The calyx and corolla wither and fall off, and so do the stamens. The ovary turns into the fruit, the embryo turns into seed. Once the seed becomes mature, fruit dries up so that dispersal of seeds can take place. Now, what is the structure of seed? That is also very important. Please look into it. A seed contains an embryo, as you know, some reserve food that we consume, and is enclosed by a protective covering called seed coat. The reserve food is stored in the cotyledons. The embryo has two pointed parts. The upper part is called plumule and the lower part is called radicle. Plumule will give rise to the shoot system, radicle will give rise to the root system. And what cotyledons are going to do? Cotyledons are going to supply food when the embryo needs it during germination. Seed germination is the process by which the embryo in the seed starts a new life. Okay? Now, we have discussed this in the previous class. You can see inside the structure of ovule, these are three antipodal cells. This is pollen tube, generative nucleus and tube nucleus, and in the center we have polar nuclei, egg, and these two are the synergids. So, as you know, one is going to fuse with the polar nuclei, other is going to fuse with the female germ cell or the egg. Can you see here in the diagram, second diagram also sperm nuclei, then here we have synergids, again egg, and further here the polar nuclei, this has fused. One, can you see this red in color? This is the sperm nuclei, and here with the zygote also it has fused. That is why we are calling it as double fertilization. Okay children, we will start with a new topic, reproduction in human beings. Let us talk about puberty. Can someone tell me what is puberty? Yes, this is the adolescent period in which the changes take place, which changes secondary sexual characteristics, it happens in the boys and the girls. Now, human beings are complex animals, and hence there is a distinct phase in their life cycle which marks the onset and attainment of sexual maturity. This period is called puberty. It usually starts at around 10 to 11 years of age in girls and at around 12 to 13 years of age in boys. It usually ends at around 18th year of age in girls and at around 19th year of age in boys. Since the years during puberty end in teens, hence this phase is also called teenage. Okay? Now, you have already studied these secondary sexual characteristics. I am just reading for you. Changes in boys during puberty. The boy suddenly grow in height dramatically, voice becomes deep and the Adam's apple becomes prominent. Shoulders become broad and body becomes muscular. Facial hairs begin to grow. Hairs also grow under the armpit and in the pubic region. Changes in girls during puberty. The voice becomes thin, shoulders and hip become rounded, breast gets enlarged, hairs grow under the armpit and in the pubic region. Now, what is sexual dimorphism? The physical dissimilarities in the male and female of a species which give them different appearances is called sexual dimorphism. If I talk about cockroaches though, do you think that the sexual dimorphism exists in them also? Yes, of course. We have a male cockroach and a female cockroach. Regarding them, we have learnt in 9th standard. Just recollect. Okay. Secondary sexual characteristics features which highlight sexual dimorphism are called secondary sexual characteristics. Okay, children, let us discuss in-text questions now.